Hello and welcome to Sea of Thieves news. In this episode, we're training our spyglass on the exciting new features that are arriving with Season 13. Drew's back to divulge some interesting new information, and we're going to give you the lowdown on everything you need to know about the notorious Captain Flameheart. Season 13 arrives on the 25th of July, and there are incredible new features in store. Let's start with the big one, a whole new world event. Captain Flameheart's devout followers have set sail aboard the Burning Blade, completing rituals across the seas to earn favour with their notorious master. Locate this hulking warship and you'll enter a furious ship battle. The Burning Blade is the most powerful ship in Sea of Thieves. It has 10 cannons, it's impervious to attack from fire-based weapons, and it has the ability to launch massive balls of fire. So taking it down won't be easy, but if you've got the strength to secure a glorious victory, you'll be presented with a choice. You could continue to pummel the Burning Blade with more cannon fire, send it back into the depths below the waves, and get your hands on the Blade of Souls. An item that could be worth a considerable amount. Or you could choose to pledge yourself to Captain Flameheart and fall under his service. As the crew of the Burning Blade, you'll be tasked with completing rituals. And you'll do that at another new feature arriving with Season 13, Skeleton Camps. You can find these camps throughout the Sea of Thieves. The obsidian skeletons loyal to Flameheart have constructed these camps in order to extract artifacts from the ancient temples hidden deep below the surface. Like sea forts, these camps can be visited at any time, and any crew, whether you're in control of the Burning Blade or not, can visit them. Descend into these temples, and you'll have to solve challenging puzzles, searching through star maps to reveal hidden constellations, and ultimately, unlocking the secrets of the ancients. And of course, there's plenty of treasure to plunder here too. This is just a glimpse of what's in store for Season 13. We'll have more to share soon, so keep an eye on our social channels as we reveal more of what's to come. Now let's check in with Production Director Drew Stevens for information about updates and changes that are coming to the game.
Hey everyone. To kick off, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Pirate Emporium following some of the feedback that we've been seeing. We've talked about it before, but the Pirate Emporium is critical to the ongoing operation of Sea of Thieves and helps fund development at Rare to help us continue delivering free updates to the game. We're now in our 7th year operating as an evolving game, and that's a phenomenal achievement. But that does mean that we can't just rely on license sales to fund development, and that's why the Pirate Emporium is so critical to our ongoing delivery. While the Emporium team have delivered some amazing cosmetics since it launched in 2019, the store experience itself and how it surfaces in-game have gone largely unchanged until recently. We do have a dedicated part of the team working to bring improvements to the Emporium, some of which you might have seen already. Expect further improvements to the browsing experience, with features like filtering and sorting, helping players find those amazing items from the last 5 years. Moving on from the Emporium, I wanted to highlight a change that unfortunately slipped through the net in June and didn't make it into our patch notes. Last month's update did include a change to the effects heard when a player boards a ship, with a new sound signifying when a player has grabbed the ladder. The audio team have been assessing the experience ahead of our stealth-focused Season 14 update, and felt it was time to address the long-standing feedback about how difficult it was to hear a boarder, with all the other water effects in the mix. With this new, more prominent effect in place, players keeping an ear out for danger should now hear the telltale sign of someone on their ladder. This ultimately wasn't meant to be a stealth change, and I really just wanted to call this one out. We strive to be as transparent as we can with changes coming to the game, and unfortunately this one just slipped the net a little bit early. Next up, July's update will include an update to the Bone Caller skeletons. The team have been working to address situations where Bone Caller skeletons could discover tucking players, and it's quickly grown from a bug fix into a small feature. In our next update, Bone Caller skeletons won't be able to discover players using a hide emote, allowing players to remain tucked on a defended ship. This update will also allow players to lure and even evade these skeletons, so either making a sound or when being chased by these skeletons. If you can drop line of sight and then tuck, they'll move to your last known position and then patrol the area. These changes should make stealth play a little more consistent when encountering crews using Bonecaller skeletons. Then finally, I wanted to share some changes coming a little further down the line to loot items. In Season 13, the Blade of Souls is a new weapon earned by sinking the burning blade. This blade can be sold or instead used as a melee weapon to set your foes alight. This loot item will be the first to allow players to sprint while carrying it, to ensure it's on par with the manoeuvrability of the regular sword. Looking past July's update, we're going to be bringing a change to Insiders for testing that introduces sprinting for other single-handed loot items. Think of stowing that bounty skull on your belt while sprinting, or snatching a Horn of Fair Winds and sprint swimming back to your boat. There will be some exceptions like the Skull of Siren Song, where we'll preserve the chase element in those crucial hand-in stages. We feel good that this retains the balance between two-handed items generally having a higher reward, but with that movement penalty, compared to smaller items which often pay less, but now allow for faster traversal. This is a quality of life improvement we've been wanting to do for a while, and it feels like a great time to address it. We're looking forward to getting this into Insiders for testing very soon. Well, that's it for now. Catch you all next time.
With the launch of the Season 13 update on July 25th, we'll be stocking the Outpost stores with fresh new items. Add a literal feather to your cap with the Proud Plume clothing set. We can't guarantee that wearing this will allow you to rule the roost, but this brightly coloured outfit is certainly something to crow about. Inspired by the rugged landscape of the ever-popular Wilds region of the Sea of Thieves, we've got fresh ink with which to adorn your body with the whalebone and tentacled terror tattoos. And with a quick visit to the weapon shop, you can channel the ferocity of a mighty sea monster with the Kraken, Inky Kraken, and Venomous Kraken heavy sword and rapier. But if you want to rep for monsters from the deep but want to avoid shooty pointy things, then the stylish cephalopod courtly jacket is the one for you. And if the look and feel of handcrafted carving is your thing, then the Carpenter's weapon set shows both that you're not to be messed with and that you also have good taste. Just be careful of splinters. And to celebrate the launch of Season 13, we're running Twitch drops for everyone. Watch any participating livestream on Twitch between July 25th and August 1st for a chance to bag the Eastern Winds padded belt and hat and the Seasoned Sailor compass and blunderbuss. And for more information about how to get involved with Twitch drops, visit seaofthieves.com/Twitch-drops. Now, if your reaction to mentions of Captain Flameheart is, who? Then this next part's for you. Let's do a quick recap of everything you need to know about the notorious Captain Flameheart. Season 13 is almost here, and so is the return of Captain Flameheart. But who is this strangely named skeleton? What does he want? And why was he once a big angry head in the sky?
Face my flames!
Flameheart was once a vicious pirate, cursed into skeletal form, who could even outmatch the Pirate Lord, and looked set to seize control of the Sea of Thieves. That was until a pirate alliance came together and was eventually able to sink his Burning Blade flagship, destroying Flameheart in the process. Well, mostly. Flameheart's spirit took refuge in the last place anyone would think to look, his own tomb. That's where he waited for somebody to one day release him. That somebody turned out to be Sir Arthur Pendragon, champion of souls, who assumed he was helping some innocent soul on its journey. Once he was freed, Flameheart wasted no time in regaining his strength, resurrecting the Ashen Lords, leading fleets of ghost ships on incursions, and establishing seaports full of loyal phantoms. Eventually, the time came to bring Flameheart back to a physical form. The Pirate Lord's allies attempted to stop the ritual, but Flameheart's supporters were victorious, and Pendragon was lost. But times have changed, and so have Flameheart's tactics. He's seeking the knowledge of the ancients, and success might just make him unstoppable. Will the crew of the Burning Blade bring Flameheart what he desires? When Season 13 arrives, that will be up to you. If that little taster of lore-related goodness wasn't enough to satisfy your hunger for stories from the Sea of Thieves, then you should check out our novels, Athena's Fortune and Heart of Fire. And there's even more backstory to uncover in our comic book series, where you can dive into the origins of the curious characters who call the Sea of Thieves home. And that's it for another episode. If you like what you just saw and you want to stay up to date with everything Sea of Thieves, then remember to like, subscribe, and ring the little ship's bell for all those glorious notifications. Cheers.